Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking action figure review. Today we are looking at Morphed Chun-Li, aka the Blazing Phoenix Ranger. Very cool, and they actually bothered giving them names unlike the turtles, which are called the Turtle Rangers. I have the first appearance comic. Special rare variant cover by Cullen Bunn, color version. Anyway, I think it's Cullen Bunn. Enough bragging. Here she is, very cool. This is the plastic-free packaging, unless you count the tape. I count the tape. But there's Chun-Li. Here she is in her Ranger form. I think she took this Ranger form in the short film. In the last video, I said I'd watch it before doing the reviews, and guess who didn't? Me. It's called lying. Ever heard of it? Anyhow, she comes with a lot of really cool accessories, just like Ryu. I don't know anything about Street Fighter, but I love Power Rangers. And I always will. I always will. Anyhow, let's bust her out of package. And here she is out of package. The Blazing Phoenix Ranger, Chun-Li. Very cool. I quite like her design. It's really, really neat. All of these designs kind of echo Mighty Morphin a little bit, but hers and Ryu's actually both look pretty original. But you can still see the echoes, like their morphers are clearly Mighty Morphin morphers, but they're very different. Actually, now that I really look at it, they are very different morphers. They're both fully painted though, which is nice, even if their paint schemes are pretty different. To be honest, it doesn't really bother me. Hers is like the big, thicker belt. See, it's to match her belt, and his matches his belt. So it's fine, plus, you know, I think they're more supposed to be like single Rangers instead of more part of a team. They're like all 6th Rangers almost. Very cool. But I really like her design. She has kind of a dragon shield, which I guess is a phoenix shield, but instead of just being the sculpted plastic gold color that we have on Ryu, hers actually has some kind of like rose gold paint in it to kind of help this phoenix on the front pop more, and that extends to the back. She is fully painted on the back, even all the little details of her outfit, which I do appreciate. This is an adult collectible line, so they should be fully painted on the back. Very, very nice. She does have these bands on her arms, which are separate pieces. This one was slid all the way down. Kind of wish they were sculpted on, or at least glued in place. I mean, these are glued in place. There's a little bit of paint, black paint on mine that shouldn't be there, but most of the paint is pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, the whites and stuff are clean. These lines are clean. The gold is a nice gold. I do like her a lot. Now let's get into articulation. The first point of articulation, first 2 points, are not going to be ones you expect. It's actually pretty insane. Her tassels articulate. Yeah, so if you want her like jumping forward, you can kind of have them like that, even though they come together in a weird way. If you want her jumping down, so they articulate, but here's the thing, they don't look good wherever they land. I mean, maybe if you had them kind of like that for rushing in, that'd be a bit better, but they almost can't be symmetrical unless they're pointed down, which kind of makes me think that this articulation might not be entirely intentional. Oh well. She can move her head around really well because there's articulation on the top and bottom of the neck, and this is a problem with all the Lightning Collection figures that have the double neck articulation, is the necks can get kind of twisted around, but for her it's extra bad because most Rangers are like a uniform white. Hers is not. Hers is very uniquely painted. It's got the uniform white on the back, but you come around front and it's much more unique looking. So if her neck gets twisted around, it's much uglier. Not great. Up and down, forward and back, hindered a little by the shield, but you know, that makes sense. You got bicep swivel, you got the butterfly joint, which I really like, a double elbow bend. A lot of the times the ladies get a single elbow bend. She gets a double, which is really nice. A lot of the times the ladies get a single bend and then a swivel. But they gave her a double, which I appreciate. Rotation on the wrists, forward and back, which is only slightly hindered by these big cuffs, but these are actually one of my favorite points of detail. They remind me of like the weighted armor in DBZ and stuff. Pretty cool. Now, The torso seems like it's up too high. Like normally I can't see inside them when I do this, and she's kind of loose. So I feel like this is a quality control issue, and it feels like it's going to snap if I'm holding the top of it when I articulate her waist crunch, which is heavily hindered by her big belt. So her articulation is taking a lot of hits so far. I don't know if you've noticed. She looks really nice, but her articulation is taking a lot of hits. In and out on the legs, which is good, and you have the kind of up and down here so you can kick out farther. But the forward, it might get pushed down by this, but it could also, if you hold it long enough, it could warp it forward, which isn't good. And whatnot. And you can't really kick back because of the hard plastic bussy, because Hasbro still insists on using those. I wish they'd insist on still making Power Rangers figures, but whatever. Anyway, you have a, oh, nice crack, thigh swivel. Ooh, very good. A double knee bend. Boop. Boot swivel. Up and down on them feeties. And a nice pivot. So yeah, she looks good, but she has a few articulation issues as well as some quality control. I mean, look at that. Look at that big paint blob. Like there's black paint here where there shouldn't be, and it's not painted all the way here. I can kind of fix it, I guess, but since that's the plastic color, to fix the points, I'd have to paint all the points to keep them uniform. This one's even missing its point. See how it's like flat on the end? Like it's been chopped off? She has a lot of QC issues, which is not good. But you know what else she has a lot of? Accessories. First up, she has this really cool kick effect that kind of gives me JoJo's Bizarre Adventure vibes, you know? I can't say it quickly. At least not quietly. I got housemates. But yeah, you just kind of straighten out her foot and stick it in this. And I love this effect. It's really cool. It's really unique for the Lightning Collection. I said in my last review, the one of Ryu, that my favorite effect of his was the kicking effect, and then it kind of occurred to me that I was like, hey, I think that's my favorite effect because it's so unique for the Lightning Collection. And I feel the same way for her. I think hers is actually better than his. Hers is cooler. But it's kind of weighty, but her leg holds it up. It doesn't flop down. If you have a character, if you have a figure with looser legs, this might not hold up, but luckily it should fit on the foot of others. Actually, let me try it on him, just to see if it'll go on a male ranger's foot, since they're a bit bigger. Ooh, that doesn't look quite as good. This will look better with lady rangers. His is, oh, and also because her foot is blue, yeah, so it'll blend in a lot better. It's probably more the color than his size, actually. Yeah, you know, I'll say that's the color. So yeah, her blue foot also goes in better. So try another Blue Ranger's foot in there if you like. I don't care, but I like it on her. God, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm sure you noticed she comes with her 2 fist hands on, but she also has 2 open hands for like karate or whatever. Patty cake as well. You could do patty cake stop motions. That's a big thing on YouTube right now. Patty cake stop motions. I'm definitely not just saying things because I'm insane. Anyhow, she comes with the same stand that Ryu does. It has 3 pegs for characters' feeties, but also you can pop this on in there. Pretty cool. And then there are multiple things you can attach to it, like the Phoenix. It's a Phoenix attack that she can launch. You'll probably have her displayed with her open hands if you're doing the Phoenix attack, but it goes on pretty well. It almost looks like a beta fish to me. Let me know in the comment section if you think that looks like a beta fish, because I think it looks like a beta fish. You turn it this way, oh yeah, Phoenix, cool. Beta fish. And those puppies are violent, you know. I'd be proud to have the beta fish as my spirit animal. Plus they're gorgeous. But yeah, that's really cool. You can see the feathers and stuff. It's a really cool sculpt. It's a really unique piece. Ah, come on. There's also one more. Just like Ryu, she comes with a real big blast. I've never played a Street Fighter game. I just got these guys because they were really cool Ranger designs. But this is a really cool piece too that I also assume she fires with her hands. Really nice. It's like a big jellyfish. Why do I think they're all aquatic creatures? Beta fish? Jellyfish? They're energy blasts, people. Although I do have to say, these could stay in here better. I didn't mention it in the re-review because I hadn't realized it quite yet. His doesn't really stay in super well either. So the weight can take him out. But if you just have him sitting on the shelf like that, you probably don't have anything to worry about unless they get knocked over or something. Yeah, see? But if they don't get knocked over, you should be fine. So that is it for accessories. I love her accessories. I think they're incredible. They're cool and they're unique. Really like that kicking energy effect. But now it's time for everybody's favorite part of these reviews. Size comparisons. Yes, sirree. All right. First up, I'm going to show her with our morphed Ryu, a.k.a. the Crimson Hawk Ranger. Pretty cool, pretty ace, pretty swag. But you also got to toss a lady in there, like the Dino Charge Pink Ranger. Also, everyone you see in size comparisons is a figure I've reviewed, so you can also check them all out. Anyhow, let's move on, shall we? Let's yoink them and put out the Dino Fury line. Yes, the last kids action figure line that they did before Hasbro stopped caring about Power Rangers. Here's the Cosmic Green Ranger, as well as Void Knight. And she actually looks pretty good with them too. She's a bit bulkier, clearly, but she's a buff lady. Yeah, real buff. Anyway, I actually think she looks pretty decent with them. Pretty decent. Her detail and paint are better, and as I said, she's bulkier, but like height-wise, pretty good. Now let's take them out of the equation and throw in some Japanese Super Sentai figures. Here's the Sentai Hero Series 2 Kaiser and the Sentai Hero Series, well, not Sentai Hero Series, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that, the Poppy Magishine. Pretty rare figure. Well, I feel like he's too big, and he's definitely too small, so she's not really going to work out with these Japanese figures, sadly, but I still have more to show. These are both back to US figures, but they're not Power Rangers or Super Sentai. They're other Henshin heroes, other Toku characters. First up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Japanese Spider-Man. And then we have the Valaverse White Dragon from their Legend of the White Dragon 2-pack. And I think these guys actually scale pretty well with her. I think they're both pretty great with Lightning Collection figures. I mean, this is the same scale from the same maker. And then this guy, I feel like, was kind of made to scale with Hasbro 6-inch figures, the 1/12 scale. So yeah, I think they work out really great together, and I'm very happy for that. Sorry if you can hear the dogs barking. Hit that like button if you can hear the dogs. So, what are my final thoughts on the morphed Chun-Li Blazing Phoenix Ranger? Honestly, she's really cool. Mine definitely has QC issues, and there is a lot of limited, like, hindered articulation. And I don't think this articulation is totally intentional, but I can see it. If you do it right, it can look pretty cool. She's really neat, and I really like her, but I really also hope that she doesn't snap right there, because it really feels like she might snap. A lot of these really late Lightning Collection figures had some pretty decent QC issues. I feel like they could have done a little better on her, but the accessories are great, the design is great. Just a little more attention to the functionality of the figure would have made her almost perfect. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. I don't know why I say that all the time. I don't have Facebook anymore, and I might not even have Twitter much longer, but what you gonna do? That's it. Thank you all once again. See you all next time. Bye for now.